Hey everyone, I'm Esther Pettis, and I could have done better with the little picture icon thing for this video. It's why I'm in Tucson. However, I'm now back at home, as you've probably noticed. So I was in Tucson for about 3 weeks, and I'm sure you got to see all of my content. I was just going everywhere, eating everywhere, trying a lot of tacos. I have been in Tucson a couple of times, and I made more videos about Tucson and how much I love it there. But this time it really wasn't like a vacation. I went with an agenda. So I wish I could say I was going just like for the good food, the tacos, the mangonadas. I forever wish Ohio would step it up when it comes to like the mangonadas and tacos, but it's fine. I also wasn't just going for the sun. I absolutely love how my skin looks every time I'm in Tucson because the weather is just so much nicer. I just feel so much more at ease when it's like good weather, sun is out and shining. Like I just feel like it just does something to my soul and to my skin. So I drove 27 hours, which by the way, my fiance helped me drive and he probably did all the majority of the driving. But we drove with our dog to Tucson. One, because she could not fly just yet. We're still training her. But also because my brother recently purchased the house in Tucson, Arizona. So we had to go and help him move. It was just a fun way to start the trip. Like we drove 27 hours there, and as soon as we got there it was like right to work. I'm in this photo, you can see like I'm on the couch hanging out with Sage, his cat, and then my dog Xena. It was really cute to see them getting along the whole time. Like the whole 3 weeks there, I feel like they would have stare-offs every single day, but for the most part they got along really well, which I was happy to see. You can also see my brother in the back on the phone. Like I'm telling you, right as soon as we got there the next day, it was like trying to figure out like how we were gonna make this move happen because he didn't hire any movers. He didn't even have a U-Haul booked when we got there. I felt like I just got pushed into big sister mode, and he did this on purpose. He for sure invited me to help him because he knew I would just like project manage his whole life. So I got in, I just started making a to-do list, and maybe I should make like a separate video on like what to do if you're moving. I have moved so many times, and helping him just felt like flexing that muscle again that I haven't done in a while. But it was like, get the U-Haul, get boxes. We went to Costco and looked at couches because he needed a new couch. Trying to get him to understand like to do the forwarding of the address for the mail service. And it was just a lot of work, but I really felt like the ultimate big sister because I don't know if it would have gone so smoothly if I wasn't there. So it was 3 weeks of that. In the middle of that, we even got to spend Christmas together there, which was a lot of fun. I have a whole video about that, so go check that out. Eventually, my mom and dad flew in and hung out with us, and we went to this like animal farm, and it was a really nice break because that whole weekend we went to Phoenix and we got to just like do something new with that farm, try other foods, like just get out of Tucson. But Tucson itself is like a hidden gem of Arizona. I feel like everyone goes to Phoenix, but Tucson is so much fun. I'm telling you, there's great food, there's really good bars, good music, and you don't get that Phoenix price when you go to Tucson, which is really nice. Xena got to see like cactus for the first time, and she got to see I think one lizard. Since it's colder during this time of year, we really didn't see any like wildlife besides the coyotes. Whereas usually when we go, we see like snakes and lizards, and I absolutely hate it. I don't mind the lizards, but the snakes I really cannot stand. But this time we did see coyotes, and Dion said he could hear them when we were sleeping, which of course I couldn't because I'm like knocked out and snoring. While doing all the move, we had to also do like bulk pickup, figure out that stuff, and like I just felt like I was like largely project managing so much of the move. We kept finding stuff, and my brother kept saying like, oh, that's trash, just throw it away, and like we're like, no, we're gonna keep this, we're gonna keep that. So you'll see like I'll put a picture of Xena with like this blanket on. like the stuff we were finding was just so cool. He has lived in that property I think for like 3 years, so just think of all the stuff you accumulate in your time somewhere, and like I just cannot believe we emptied it out completely. We got settled into his house, so on top of like packing everything up and putting it in the U-Haul, we had to also take everything out of the U-Haul and put it in his house and then unpack everything. And mind you, during this time we were all like still working and trying to like manage our regular responsibilities. So it was quite the task, but once again, I'm happy we were there to help. Overall, I am such a huge fan of Tucson. If you have a chance to go, definitely check it out. I do think Tucson is like just more of like a cute little town versus Phoenix. When you're going to Arizona, you know, you hear people going to Scottsdale. It's just like a bigger city, more costlier. I really think like if you're planning a nice little like, getaway that's more affordable, definitely check out Tucson. So yeah, not much to this video, just of why I was in Tucson. I know people probably saw me with the U-Haul in some of my shorts. I'm not moving to Arizona. I don't think I would move to Arizona. I'd probably get like a little vacation home in Arizona, but I do like Ohio better based off the fact that we don't have like reptiles every which way. And I've seen a black widow before when I was in Tucson. So yeah, no. Yeah, Ohio is it for me. It wasn't me moving, it was my brother moving, and I'm so proud of him